Imagine walking down a peaceful street in the UK, only to find out that teenage crime has surged more than ever before. It's a reality that's hard to believe, but it's happening right now. Teenage crime in the United Kingdom is not just a small issue, it's a growing concern that's shaking the core of families, governments, and society as a whole. In recent years, we've seen a surprising twist. Teenagers, often thought of as the innocent faces of tomorrow, are increasingly being caught in the web of criminal activities. The numbers speak for themselves. In 2022, there was a 7% jump in the arrest of teenagers compared to the previous year. That's over 50,000 young lives entangled with the law. But what exactly are these young individuals getting involved in? The range of crimes is broad and worrying. From the darker corners of sexual offenses, which saw a staggering 64% increase from the previous year, to the more common, yet equally concerning, acts like theft, drug offenses, and even cyber crimes. Each of these acts not only affects the individuals involved, but sends ripples through our communities. As we delve deeper into this pressing issue, it's crucial to understand the various facets of teenage crime. It's not just about the acts themselves, but about understanding what drives these young individuals down such a troubling path. Stay tuned as we explore the types of crimes that are becoming all too common among the UK's youth and the factors that push them towards these choices. Let's dive into the world of teenage crimes in the UK, a landscape that's as diverse as it is troubling. The types of crimes teenagers are involved in range from the seemingly petty to the seriously alarming. Understanding these can help us see the bigger picture of what's happening in our communities. First up, property crime. It's a common choice for many young offenders. This includes acts like trespassing, breaking into houses, and destroying property. While it might not always make the headlines, the impact on victims and neighborhoods is real and lasting. Then there's theft and shoplifting. Picture this: teenagers, often driven by peer pressure or the thrill of it, sneaking items from local shops or supermarkets. It's a crime that speaks volumes about the mindset and circumstances of these young individuals. Drugs are another dark area where teenagers are increasingly getting caught. Whether it's using, selling, or trafficking, the involvement in drugs is a dangerous path, leading to even more severe criminal activities and personal harm. Sexual offenses among teenagers have alarmingly risen too. In 2022 alone, there was a 68% increase in such crimes. It's a sensitive and serious issue that reflects deep-rooted problems in how young people understand and engage in relationships. Gangster activities and violent crimes are also on the rise. From joining gangs to getting involved in knife attacks, these activities are not just crimes but a cry for help from a lost generation of youth. Lastly, the digital age has brought a new wave of crime, cybercrime. Teenagers, savvy with technology, are finding themselves in the murky waters of cyber fraud and hacking. It's a modern-day crime that's as complex as it is damaging. Each of these crimes tells a story, a narrative of young lives veering off track. But to truly grasp why this is happening, we need to look at the causes behind these actions. What drives a teenager to choose a path of crime? Stay with us as we explore the underlying factors contributing to this disturbing trend. Now, let's turn our attention to a critical question. What pushes teenagers in the UK towards a life of crime? Understanding these causes is key to finding solutions. It's not just about the actions they take, but about the circumstances that lead them there. One major factor is socioeconomic conditions. Since the end of Brexit and the COVID-19 pandemic, the UK's economy has faced tough challenges. Many families are struggling, and when the going gets tough, some teenagers find themselves drawn to crime as a way to cope. Whether it's the need for money, the allure of quick gains, or simply survival, the economic downturn has a direct impact on the rise in teenage crime. Then there's the role of family. The saying goes, "A family is the first school in which a child learns." But what happens when this school is broken? Divorces, separations, and unstable family environments can leave deep scars on young minds. Without proper guidance and support, teenagers may seek acceptance and identity in all the wrong places, including criminal activities. Peer pressure is another significant factor. It's a powerful force in a teenager's life. When surrounded by friends who are involved in dubious activities, the pressure to fit in can be overwhelming. It's not just about making bad choices, it's about the desperate need to belong, to be part of something, even if it's harmful. Substance abuse is a growing concern too. More and more teenagers are falling into the trap of drugs and alcohol. These substances don't just harm their health. They impair judgment and can lead to criminal behavior. It's a vicious cycle where substance abuse and crime feed into each other. Lastly, we can't overlook mental health. In a world where teenagers face immense pressure from all sides, mental health issues are on the rise. These issues can lead to poor decision-making and, in some cases, criminal behavior. It's a silent factor that's often ignored but is crucial in understanding why some teenagers turn to crime. So, there we have it. A complex mix of socioeconomic factors, family dynamics, peer pressure, substance abuse, and mental health issues. Each plays a role in shaping the choices of young individuals. In our next section, we'll explore how teenage crime impacts society as a whole. It's not just about the individual, it's about the ripple effect these actions have on all of us. As we delve deeper into the issue of teenage crime in the UK, it's crucial to understand its ripple effect on society. The impact goes far beyond the individual crimes committed. It touches the very fabric of our communities. Firstly, consider the future of these young individuals. With each crime, a teenager's path in life can be drastically altered. Education and career opportunities may slip away, leading to a cycle of poverty and crime that can be hard to break. This isn't just a loss for the individual, but a loss for society as potential talents and contributors are sidelined. The safety and well-being of our communities are also at stake. As teenage crime rises, so does the sense of fear and distrust among residents. People start to feel less secure in their own neighborhoods. This heightened sense of insecurity can lead to a decline in community cohesion and a reduction in the quality of life for everyone. Then there's the financial aspect. The cost of teenage crime isn't just emotional, it's economic. The criminal justice system, victim support services, and other social resources require significant funding. When these resources are stretched, dealing with the consequences of teenage crime, it means less availability for other essential services. But perhaps the most profound impact is on the social fabric itself. Teenage crime can create divisions within communities, eroding the trust that binds people together. When trust is lost, it leads to a more fragmented, isolated society where misunderstanding and prejudice can thrive. As we reach the conclusion of our exploration into teenage crime in the UK, it's clear that this issue is more than just a series of isolated incidents. It's a complex problem that reflects deeper challenges within our society. But where do we go from here? How do we begin to address a problem that has so many layers? The first step is awareness. We must acknowledge the scale and seriousness of teenage crime and its impact on our communities. It's not just a problem for law enforcement or social services. It's a challenge for all of us. Every member of society has a role to play in creating a safer, more supportive environment for our youth. Education and community involvement are crucial. We need to educate our children, not just in schools but at home and in our communities, about the consequences of crime and the importance of making positive choices. Programs that engage young people, provide mentorship, and offer constructive activities can make a real difference. Supporting families is also key. Strong, stable family environments are one of the best defenses against youth crime. This means providing resources and support to families that are struggling, ensuring they have access to counseling, financial assistance, and educational opportunities. Addressing socioeconomic disparities is essential. We must work towards a society where every young person has the opportunity to succeed regardless of their background. This includes tackling issues like poverty, unemployment, and lack of access to quality education and healthcare. Finally, we must not forget the importance of mental health. Providing accessible mental health services for young people is vital. We need to create an environment where seeking help for mental health issues is as normal as visiting a doctor for a physical ailment. In conclusion, Tackling teenage crime in the UK is a task that requires a collective effort. It's about building a society that not only addresses the symptoms of the problem, but also its root causes. It's about creating a future where every young person has the chance to thrive and contribute positively to society. We all have a part to play in this mission. Let's work together to make a difference.